How well do you know the trauma? How connected? How are you, like, if Kim is like, I don't like this guy. Okay, I don't like him too. You don't even know who it is. It's like that type of bond that you guys have, that type of relationship. I feel like that's the type of relationship that we need to form with God. Like, hey guys! Welcome back to episode 4 of God's favorite podcast. Woo! Today's podcast, we're here with
Jemimah Kim Kim,
and they're gonna tell us a little about themselves.
I'm a student and my involvement in church includes worship team and media team, and I'm an editor for media team.
I'm also a student, high school student. I'm also in media, sometimes worship, maybe.
That's
Oh yeah, and I also post the Instagram photos. Most of the times.
no, majority of the time. She does really good, so any of the Instagram posts are from Kim Kim. And today I just wanted to go dive deeper into y'all's journey to faith because everyone's different. I've talked to many of the boys, and of course all their stories are similar because you guys went to camp together, you guys basically you guys growing up together, growing in Christ together. And like similar to me and like all of my friends, all their stories are kind of like the same, but at the same time, our stopping point of where we saw Jesus, where we found Christ are all different. Today I just want to give some time for you guys to tell us your camp experience, because what was the camp you guys went to?
Camp Timberlake?
Well, it was Georgia.
Yeah, that one, the most recent one where you guys got more into Christ. But before that, there was another camp that like a bunch of you guys had.
Oh yeah, like 17 people. I was one of them.
That was like a lot of, especially one of our hosts, Rachel, she also got baptized in it. And then Kim's gonna go into her faith and how it was a little different from Gemma's. So Gemma, please start us off. How camp got you closer into God? Not just was the camp you guys like went with the Americans, but also the camp that you guys got baptized into. Like, what are your thoughts about the experience during camp versus after camp?
Okay, well, during camp it was definitely life-changing, like especially during worship, like I felt a lot of like the spirit and stuff. And yeah, I felt like I was like on fire for God forever, you know? Like, but before camp, before that American camp or whatever, it was with, I forgot her name.
Jemimah.
Yeah. She, we did like a lot of, I don't know, like where they
Speaking tongues.
speak that too, but like they pushed it down or whatever.
Where the Holy Spirit like washed over you, where you fell back. Just fell into God's
That
eyes.
definitely, it was new for me, and I was like, I've never done this before, but while we're in that moment, I felt something, like I don't know what the presence was, but it was like a good spirit, like I felt uplifting, and I just felt like in that moment, like, Jesus really touched me, and like I felt like I was new, I was born, I feel like it was time for me to be born again, yeah. So
do you know where like the point of you giving yourself to Christ? Like when I got baptized, I had like this awakening moment, like, oh my gosh, what am I doing living? Like I'm not living for anything, you know. I basically felt like I was just drifting around, and then Jesus came into my life after like a breaking point during one of these camps, and I'm like, Jesus, I want to give my life to you. Like, I want to dedicate everything I do for you because you give me purpose. Like, what is that point for you during camp? When did you feel like you felt it, where I need to get baptized? I'm giving my life to Jesus.
yeah, so I feel like it was not that camp before, it was the Camp Timberlake camp. I'm gonna mention Ken. Ken came up to me and Kim and all of us. He was like hugging us. He was like, give your life to Jesus, like just give him your all. Yeah, he was like embracing us, and I just felt like in that moment I started crying. I just like started thinking of the goodness of God and like how great His love is. I'm just like, wow, this is our purpose, this is who we're serving, and everything like that. So I feel like in that moment I realized the true.
And then, my apologies.
Yeah, you're good.
I know that Gim had a little different story on hers, because I remember I was not here for y'all's camp to see all of you guys baptized, especially half the media team were baptizing. I was from a distance watching you guys on the live, seeing the photos. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's amazing to see how you guys have grown. And then my peak of curiosity was to see that Gim had not been baptized. And would you like to give us your story behind that? Because it was beautiful to me.
Well,
camp experiences that helped you.
I think it did. Yeah, it definitely did. But then also, there was, what was it? It was this thingy with Unwami. I don't remember what it was, but
I think it was a mini camp.
Yeah, it was a mini camp.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Stone Mountain. We did some preaching and that stuff.
Evangelism.
Evangelism.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I felt somewhat closer. I was almost there, but I just wasn't fully prepared to give my life to Christ. But I remember after the mini camp, I spoke with her. We got into some deep topics and stuff, got some assurance and stuff, and I think after that I was definitely certain. I was yeah, I think I'm ready to give my life to Christ. And then before that, I think the big push was definitely, was camp before that, or was it after?
Your baptism?
No, I mean after the mini camp with Unwami, was it before our camp? I don't know.
I think it's after.
Yeah, I think it was after, but I remember being baptized and all that stuff. It was good for a little while. I'm not saying it was really that. I'm just saying I felt that
embraced in God.
Yeah, I started embracing Christianity and stuff. And then after that it kind of fell down. And then afterwards there was camp, and there was definitely a strong connection. I feel because it's in English and we're so we use English a lot, our experience with Christ was definitely closer, because it was more personal compared to a Zomi camp, because I can barely understand it. I'm sorry,
because you're also not if I have to say, you're not fully Zomi, because you guys speak in your mother tongue at home, which is a little different from Zomi, but it's still Zomi.
Yeah, so the Camp Timberlake was definitely a first. It was really fun too. Worship was fun. The food was okay. Games. I hated the games.
Broke our ankles.
I'm kind of sad, because I feel if I went to that camp, I would play every game.
You would have
probably
MVP every single game.
I don't know about MVP. I wouldn't try to take that from you guys, but I would not.
What do you mean? We didn't even try.
It was more the stories they literally told me. I'm just I would play that. I would play that
Exactly.
too. But sometimes adulting, I gotta be an adult. My mother did not agree that me going to camps were the right thing for me. But yeah, because if anybody doesn't know, Gim did not get baptized on the same day as Gemma and 17 other young Sunday school students, because
I just wasn't ready. Yeah.
and sometimes you aren't ready, and the questioning of, were we on fire for God because of our atmosphere, or are we on fire for God in general? I feel that's something that needs to be talked about more, because I understand, because you're going to camp, any camp, and you're worshiping the Lord. I know on the conferences, oh my gosh, I've never felt so connected to God. And you're worship, worship, worship. When I get home, I'm gonna read that Bible. I'm gonna read a chapter a day, and then you're
it all goes down.
Yeah, it
you
goes
start
down.
feeling disconnected from God.
That's why I've seen this one Instagram reel. It was are you really feeling the Holy Spirit, or is it just the music, the loud music,
and that moment with everybody just around you. But one of my favorite preachers, Sia Tang San. I don't know if you guys know him, but I think it was him and Cielo No, like it was a repeated sermon, very similar, is that you are not it's just you're not searching anymore. You're not like low in your spirituality. It's just that you're not
that you're
looking.
desperate to search. Yeah.
You have to be, in weird sense, you have to be thirsty for water as you're thirsty for God.
Yeah.
After camp, that is when we're being tested the most. That's when everything starts hitting. You're like, was I really worshiping God? Like, am I really like into it? Or was I just into it because my friends were jumping and I'm singing and the song was great? I just listened to this Instagram reel too. It's Instagram, social media is like one of the biggest connection to like helping us to build or helping us to he said that whenever you're worshiping, it's not about your favorite song. When you start making it about your favorite song, that's when you're worshiping yourself.
At camp, we had like this daily FaceTime thing where we all talk about our experiences that night.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sermon that night was like True Worshiper.
Oh my God.
And then me and Kim before that, we were kind of mad because all the songs were like, we didn't know it at all.
We were dogging on it. We were like...
Oh, I remember this. You guys told me.
Yeah. It was like, and then the True Worshiper got mentioned and we were like, wait, this is like such perfect timing. Like, I feel like God really showed us a sign.
Continue on that, like the true worshiper is not
your favorite song.
Basically that.
Yeah.
It's about you have to form that connection. When you, especially your friendship, you guys have been friends for years now. You guys don't just become friends. You guys talk to each other every day. You guys are texting each other every day. That's how your bond is growing. Like I bet you guys. I don't know about favorite colors. When I was younger, favorite colors were like birthdays, favorite colors. If you knew that, y'all were best friends. But like now in these days, it's like, do you guys know each other's trauma? Like how well do you know the trauma? How connected? How are you like? If Kim is like, I don't like this guy. Okay, I don't like him too. Like, you don't even know what it is. It's like that type of bond that you guys have. That type of relationship. I feel like that's the type of relationship that we need to form with God. Like,
yes.
And it's like, we're not just praying to pray. Like, prayer is the most valuable thing. Like, that's our time with God. That's our FaceTime with God. We're like, we can't just go, hey God, I got a test next week.
I do that too. I just like low-key rant at him.
Yes! Talk to him like a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
He is our friend.
Yeah.
He's not our father. He's our friend and everything and above.
Friend, father,
and
protector,
guider.
Yeah. Guider. This goes on.
Literally, like, I believe it's Psalms chapter 115, 105. Basically, he's the word, I know. His word is our path, the light to our path. Mm-hmm. So that when we continue to read the Bible, we continue to walk down the right path. And I know you guys are in high school right now. Both of you guys. Kim's a sophomore in high school. Gemma is a freshman in high school. And like many repetitive times, we've talked about high school experiences, how basically high school is a breeding ground for make it or break it. Like, you're either going to connect with God or you're going to start running in the other direction from God. Like, for you guys, how do you guys feel about your connection with God and the friends you've made? Because I have had many God-gifted friends where I felt like, God, give me the friends I need and please take away the ones I don't need in my life right now. And God has taken some away, God has brought some in. What do you guys think about your friends, like, in your perspective? Have you guys connected closer because of your friends in school, especially in high school? Like the high school surrounding.
Should I go? Yeah. I feel like, if anything, I feel like it got more distant. Like,
from God?
Yeah. I feel like even myself personally, like after camp, I slowly started getting more distance. So it started off like getting closer, right? But then as school came, I just started getting like more and more distant. Like even now, I'm like
questioning.
Yes, I'm like almost questioning it.
Like the assignment, the stress that comes with it. Does that like deter you guys from being closer to God?
Definitely.
It's like, yeah. It's also that, but it's also just like sometimes it just gets like so like overwhelming sometimes. Like I have to focus on like being faithful, and then like I have to like
balance schoolwork and.
So I feel like that's where the distancing starts coming in. And to be honest, I thought after camp I would like start like preaching at school and stuff, but turns out I've been I haven't done any of that. And I was also thinking like, hey, I should like host a Bible study at school with my friends and stuff, right? But then I just haven't had, like, I've never done that. But then they also have like FCA, which is Fellowship Christian Athletes, where you like go in the mornings and then they do like Bible studies in the gym. I haven't joined that either.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah. But if anything, I think I'm going more distant. Because it's just not that good.
I agree. I think I've got distance too, just because, like, I try hard at school. Like, I want to aim for all A's and stuff. And, like, all the work and, like, the stress that's come upon me, like, I feel like it's just got me more disconnected from God. And, like, I want to say push it away, but, like, I forget to, like, you know, pray sometimes or, like, read the Bible. So, yeah, and, like, with friends, I definitely got distant. I feel like I don't feel comfortable talking. I don't know why.
But you guys have each other, which is the biggest important thing.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean, if it's, like yesterday, we might have, like, talked about, like, how we felt yesterday. Because of, like, the fellowship, right? Like, how we were, like, singing and stuff, we might have felt, like... I mean, we might have talked, like, how we felt during that time.
At the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. Like, if we didn't do anything, like, Christian faith-related events, then I don't think we ever talk about our faith.
Yeah.
So, to give you guys, like, some advice, especially, I'm a college student at GGC. I'm going into my 3rd year. I don't want to, like, overstep by telling you guys, you know, that's really bad, because I felt that way, too. Because it's like, you don't have kind of, like, the courage to just, hey, guys, I love God. Do you guys love God?
Yeah.
Because then it seems like you're, like,
pushing it on.
Exactly.
But, my friend tells me one of the biggest quotes that we, like, stay together, like, we stand by is, start the day with God, end the day with God. Because you have to pray. Like, morning prayer, the second you wake up. Pray, read, not even a chapter, like a verse. Because, do you guys know the daily Bibles? Like,
the ones,
Yes, just read that and go, thank you for this day. Thank you for waking me up, God. Give me the friends I need. I pray for my parents that are going to work every day. I pray for the friends around me. I pray for my teachers. That's it. It's literally less than 5 minutes. No offense, I bet all of us wake up, pick up our phone, scroll.
My phone is in the living room.
Exception of Kim, because she's on probation for forever.
No, my parents just don't trust me having my phone.
But it's good too. Then you can wake up, start praying. The second you guys start praying, I promise you, God will open these doors, and the stress, the anxiety, the depression you guys feel, it starts crumbling. And then you guys are stressed about grades. God gives you the grades. In college right now, ever since high school, junior year and up to now, I'm like, you guys know I've dealt with depression, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of anxiousness. I'm just like always freaking out. But once I started praying and I started my day with God, I'm like, God, take my day. I don't know what's gonna happen, just take my day. I feel relief. I don't feel the stress. It still is there, but it feels like a balloon just slowly deflating. And the people, like, my friends started leaving me. And I'm like, God, why did you take my best friend away? And then I realized another friend came in. She goes, I like your shirt, because my shirt usually goes, I love Jesus. She goes, I love your shirt. And then we start talking about God. And she happened to be a Christian who was rocky into Christianity. But once we started talking, we started connecting, she's like, thank you for talking to me. I'm like, oh. Because she started wanting to go back into faith. And then we started talking about Bible. We started talking about Daniel, Goliath. We started talking about everything. And this was a stranger, by the way, guys. Like, I never met her. And then we started talking about how this one person made fun of my friend for making fun of her while she was praying for lunch. She was blessing her food, and the person walked by and goes, "Your God isn't real." And we were like, "Is that guy like being for real?" Like, I didn't know that was like an actual thing people did. Like,
No, people do that. Yeah.
People are bold.
and so like you guys start the day with God, everything feels much smoother. Of course, we're gonna go through those days where it's like rocky. We're gonna go through those days where like, yeah, I'm done. It's okay. Everything's like, God, you're there. Please help me. Please save me. We're gonna have those days, right? But as long as you put God first, He'll put you first. And something that my friends always tell me is, especially in relationships, like boyfriend and girlfriend, mom and dad, you're never too busy for someone. You have to make the time. You have to find the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you guys ride buses, right? Literally on the bus, read a chapter, read a Bible. You can scroll on Instagram. There's 24 hours in a day. You can scroll on Instagram for 23 hours, and for like 10 minutes, give your time to God. And especially in high school, it's all going to be better. What do those moments of faith feel like represent in your life to you guys?
A time of happiness. A time of bliss,
Do you guys understand moving forward? Like, what are some things you guys would do different now that you guys are able to express and you guys are coming to a realization of what is happening in your life?
I feel like I'd involve myself more in like
In church?
yeah.
Okay.
You're
Like, actually, go ahead. Like, go ahead. Because, like, you guys know the reason why I bring you guys to media team, right? Is so that you guys have a connection in church. You guys aren't like, let me go to Sunday
just like
school.
there, so, like sitting there in church, involve yourself in opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make your faith practical. Or
Okay.
Spend time with God. Because I realized, like, I'm on Instagram Reels, like, half of the day.
We heard.
I realized that time could be spent on, like, reading the Bible or just, like, worshiping, honestly. I mean, I do have, like, moments where I'm, like, worshiping, but, yeah, it just feels nice.
Like listening to Christian music. Because secular music is actually intoxicating to me.
Really?
like,
Sometimes, like, I genuinely, like, I'd be driving for an hour and I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this music. But if I listen to, like,
you get high.
dude, you're just, like, 2 hours in, you're still jumping. I'm still singing, like, thank God. And it's just me yelling. I know the camera woman knows how that feels because she be screaming. Like, there's no tomorrow. But, like, I think just try to cut out secular music.
Yeah, this year I've definitely made a playlist. It's called Heaven. It's like all gospel songs, all Christian. Like every morning when I get on the bus, I click a shuffle, and then throughout the whole day, it just uplifts me.
So wait, Priscilla doesn't take you to school?
No, that's too much work.
Dude, these siblings have a car. They don't take you to school. No hate. I've been driving since junior year. It's pretty fun because I just go like 10 minutes before the bell starts. I'll just drive over and just walk straight into class. Or I'll like take laps with my friend and we'll just be talking about some gospels or like, God forbid, some gossip sometimes. But we try to cut it out. We try to cut out the gossip too. Because man, there's like, no offense, there is too much tea just to like not to dissect slowly.
No,
But
No, we understand.
we're in the same boat.
Yeah,
We're in the same boat.
But going back to the beginning, having friendships, God-given friendships are very important. You guys, the biggest, guys are the biggest example of that to me personally. I know me and Kim will have like car talks. We'll talk about God. We'll talk about connection to God. How we've grown into Christ. Of course, I reject the spirit of gossip because we do not want it here. But sometimes it does come in. But you know what? I think we're doing good with our car talks. You guys have any closing statements for us today?
I hope you learned something valuable, or I hope you get something good from us. That's practically the same thing, but anyways, I hope you guys have a good week. Whatever you're gonna do, I hope it goes well. Say something.
Yeah, don't rush your faith journey with God. And
Yeah.
I love that.
Baby
Do not
steps.
rush.
baby steps.
Encouraging reminders. Faith doesn't always stay on a high, but that doesn't mean God is love. So always be searching for that.
Clock it.
So thank you for these two media team guests for joining us on this week's podcast. I hope you guys watched the previous podcast, and I hope you guys watch this week's podcast. See you in the next podcast. Bye.